my first question is, where are we on the path to AGI?
We are on the path to human level intelligence, so to super intelligence. I famously don't like the phrase AGI. And it's not because I don't think we're going to get machines that are smarter than humans. It's because I don't think human intelligence is general. So calling human level AI AGI is a misnomer. Unfortunately, that ship has sailed. But yeah, we're going to get machines that will be smarter than humans at some point. It's not going to happen next year. It's not going to happen in 2 years because we need a few conceptual breakthroughs for that. And those are things I've been working on and I'm still working on.
So what do most leaders misunderstand about today's AI capabilities, and why does that misunderstanding matter for policy, regulation, and capital allocation decisions being made right now?
Okay, we're not going to get to human intelligence, human level intelligence or super intelligence by scaling up LLMs or by even refining the paradigm. There is a need for a change of paradigm. And I've been saying this, for a number of years now. And I think we're starting to see the limits of the LLM paradigm. A lot of people this year have been talking about agentic systems, and basing agentic systems on LLMs is a recipe for disaster, because how can a system possibly plan a sequence of actions if it can't predict the consequences of its actions, right? So if you want intelligent behavior, you need a system to be able to anticipate what's going to happen in the world and also predict the consequences of its actions. If it can do this, then it can plan a sequence of actions to arrive at a particular objective. And that's what's missing. That's the concept of world model. You don't have that in LLMs. You're not going to get intelligent behavior without that. You're not going to get efficient learning without that. You're not going to get zero-shot, task solving. So the first time you ask a 10-year-old to solve a simple task, they will do it without necessarily being trained. The first 10 hours that a 17-year-old drives a car, within 10 hours, the 17-year-old can drive the car. We had millions of hours of training data to train autonomous cars, and we still don't have level 5 autonomous driving. So it tells you the basic architecture is not there.
Okay, embedded assumptions about intelligence. Much of the global AI debate seems to rest on implicit assumptions about how intelligence actually works. You've long argued that intelligence is not primarily about language, but about understanding the physical and social world. What is missing in today's dominant AI models, and what kinds of architectures or learning paradigms are actually required to move closer to real intelligence? If there is one idea about intelligence, human or machine, that you wish every world leader at Davos truly understood, what would it be?
Okay, the real world is way more complicated than the world of language. Okay, this is paradoxical because as humans, we think language is sort of the epitome of human intelligence, but it turns out predicting the next word in the text is not that complicated. And you can accumulate a lot of knowledge in an LLM, which is why they need to be so big and why you need to train them on so much data. But real intelligence comes from an understanding of the real world. Unfortunately, the real world is messy. Sensory data is high dimensional, continuous, noisy, and generative architectures do not work with this kind of data. So the type of architecture that we use for LLMs, generative AI, does not apply to the real world. The next revolution of AI, which is coming fast, is going to be AI systems that understand the real world. Systems that understand high-dimensional, continuous, noisy data, like video, like sensor data. Systems that can build predictive models of how their environment is going to evolve and what their effect on the environment is. Systems that can plan, they can reason at the core level. Systems that are controllable and safe so that you give them a task and they accomplish it. Okay, so we're gonna see another AI revolution. We've seen the deep learning revolution, the LLM revolution. Now it's going to be the physical AI revolution, if you want.